This whole time. God damn it. I'm a frickin' moron. I assumed that the go live automatically thing would copy over to this, just like it. Okay, I've been talking to no one but myself this entire goddamn time. I am a skilled YouTuber. All right. Okay, so let's. Where was? Okay, so there's that. Okay, that's up, and there was a thing I wanted to do in here. Screw it. I'll just bring this back up and bring the game back up.
The Ebon Hawk is adrift in space after a terrible battle.
Anyway,
Most of its crew are dead or dying. You lie in the medical room in critical condition. You won't survive long without medical attention. The hyperdrive is damaged. Main power must be restored in order to bring the engines online and dock with the nearby Forego mining station for much-needed repairs. Your fate and that of the Ebon Hawk depend upon T3M4, a lone astromech droid. Return to this location at any time to skip the prologue.
Okay, T3M4 was a companion in the first game. He's awesome. Okay, he's a droid, which means he's R2-D2. Continue to roll.
Press WASD to move T3M4, then turn. Press caps lock to toggle first-person free look. Hold. This is the galaxy map. It shows you are near Paragus, a mining colony. When the hyperdrive is fixed, you can use the galaxy map to choose a destination planet.
Can't travel there. Got it. Door power. Okay.
You have new quests. To view your quests, open the game menu. This room contains a glass seal cylinder and the communications console. To target, you will come across many containers, some of which will be
Damaged computer. I can spike the computer with the spike I just found. Open the main hole. Now I can leave. That's how tutorials work. You need to do a thing.
This is the main hold.
I do not have spikes, so I can't.
Your security skill is too low to open the...
Let's see. Boop, boop, doop. Okay, and where's skills and stuff? Does he have upgradable skills? It looks like he does not. Okay, I can't level it up.
Footlocker.
So I have to bash it open. Okay, later games would just make it so that you would automatically bash it open in one hit, and whatever damage was needed to do it.
Sometimes bashing or blowing open a container will break some of the items.
Not later games in this franchise, because there were no later games in this franchise. Security, outdoor garage, inner garage. Both doors are closed. That's a messed up engine. That's right, T3 will need to go out on the roof at some point. Oh. Can't do that because people will die.
You can hear a banging noise coming from the other side of the door to the storage compartment, but the door is sealed shut and cannot be opened from the outside. This old woman appears to be dead. There is a key card on the body that looks like it opens a locker somewhere. This blast door is magnetically sealed and cannot be opened. lift will take you to the outer hull of the Ebon Hawk. While some doors can be bashed open or cut open with a lightsaber, this is the med.
There's me.
You are in critical condition. You will need a med pack to be stabilized. You have found med packs.
I
The
can
med
stabilize
pack
the healing.
can Success. You are stabilized. To recover fully,
I
you
wonder
will
what would happen
require
if I
the
tried to
medical
kill
facilities at the. You have already.
What you get announced there.
There is a hull breach in the area beyond. This is the engine. This door is damaged and cannot be opened with your security skill.
I have to go outside and get mine.
Talking to other characters is much like using
that's
a
right. I
computer
get to play
console
around
in the
as I do.
cockpit. Scroll through your response options, or note that some responses may influence how other characters react to you, so choose carefully. Furthermore, certain skills, powers, and attributes may not. 3CFD is malfunctioning. You can fix him by using.
Luckily,
If
I
you
already
repair
have
3CFD, he can join your party and assist you. Success. CFD is now a member of your party. To change which party member you control, click on their portrait or press Tab. Later, when you have more, use the keycard. The lock on this container is too difficult to open. You'll need to use a security tunneler to help open the lock. Look in the unlocked cylinder next to this one to find security tunnelers.
It can probably turn sideways and... Okay, doggy's distracting me.
If you encounter a difficult lock on a container or door, you can use a security tunneler on it to improve your chance of opening the lock. Use the security tunneler to open the high security cylinder nearby.
Who do these viewers might have these two? Items. Ears are like tiny whips. I have a gun, and now
Sensor droids emerge from this box when you
Gun.
opened it. These droids will make for excellent target practice. Use the weapon from this container to attack the droids. You can equip a weapon from the equip screen. To open the equip screen, click on the blast. Change your target by pressing Q or left-click on the object you want to target. To attack an enemy, left-click or using sensor droids. To continue combat training, open the metal box again, and more sensor droids will appear.
I'll be spending a lot of time.
This blast door is magnetically sealed and cannot be opened. This is the main hold. This blast door is magnetically sealed and cannot be opened.
so should be able to separate the party.
This is the main hold.
I say her even though it's a droid because she's vaguely pinkish.
This is the garage. To access the This is a workbench. With a workbench, you can break down objects in your inventory into components. You can then use the components to create repair kits, weapons, armor, and upgrades. Because of the damage, use the workbench to break down the items you've found into
Okay, I need to make a repair kit. I have components, so I'll go ahead and make a repair kit. And I? Yes. And now he's no longer welcome.
This blast door is magnetically sealed and cannot be opened. This door is sealed shut, but the magnetic clamps are not engaged. You may be able to override the door's locking mechanism from outside the ship.
So what I'm going to do is switch to the other.
You can use this lift.
Go outside. That's right, keep chewing on your phone. Wait, it put both of them. Okay, that's the Ebon Hulk.
This open hatch has some parts that will be useful for getting main power restored. This busted engine port has some needed parts for the Ebon Hulk's hyperdrive. Take the parts here back down below to get main power restored. These exposed wires control the door to the star. Success! The door is open.
That's all I want. Okay. There's stuff that I use that's useful.
Jump.
Auto pause.
This is the bubbles ahead indicate mines that you've detected automatically with your awareness skill. Some mines require higher awareness to detect. Approach mines carefully. They will blow up and damage you if you get too close. You can use your demolition skill to recovering mines requires a higher demolition skill than disabling them. But you get to keep the mine, which you can then use to set as a trap for enemies or break down into components at a workbench.
Obviously, recover them. For parts.
You can use the explosive device in this missile to blow open the engine room door inside the Ebon Hawk. This will give you access to the hyperdrive. After you plant a mine, back away quickly so that you do not take damage. You can use the explosive device in this missile to blow open the engine room door inside the Ebon Hawk. You can use this lift. This is the main hole.
No, that open this door. I get parts. And a
You
flamethrower.
found a droid flamethrower.
Okay, that's
This is one of the special weapons the droids use
eventually that.
to equip it. Open the equip screen by clicking on the blaster icon in the top right. This is the garage.
That is. Okay, you have no idea. 20 years ago, this was a fucking mind-blowing vista.
These sparking wires connect to the trigger. This is the engine room.
Now I
This
repair
is
the
the engine
hyperdrive
room.
using that thing.
The starboard engine is badly damaged. Fixing it won't be possible until after docking with the Paragus mining station. The port engine is shut down, but appears intact. The hyperdrive is suffering badly. You won't be able to make the jump to light speed until it is fully repaired, and you do not have the needed equipment here on the Ebon Hawk. However, you should be able to rig the hyperdrive to restore primary power and bring the port engine online. This will allow you to dock with the Paragus mining station for full repairs.
Rig the hyperdrive.
Success. The hyperdrive is online. Primary power is restored. Only one step remains. Return to the galaxy map in the cockpit and travel to Paragus. This is the main hold. This is the cockpit. You can now plot a course to the Paragus mining station. To dock with Paragus, left-click on the Paragus planet.
Gonna Paragus. Gonna blow up shit. Gonna destabilize the galaxy like a lord. I've played through this game several times, but never through the Sith Lord reconstructed content mod.
The sensors
Oh,
show the
not
door
full.
to the storage compartment is being sliced. There is someone, or something, else alive on the Ebon Hawk.
HK. Oh, that's not HK-47. He's the wrong color. That's a douche K. They're dead. You can tell because their lights are on.
Awake.
That's my character. She run around in her panties and brassiere. I can heal whenever I want. Slight problem. Okay. Let's find clothes and weapons. This is a D&D, Star Wars game.
Still examining the survivors of the damaged freighter. Looks like it goes by the name of the Ebon Hawk. Only one survivor, placed in the KotOR tank for recovery. The carbon scoring on the vessel suggests it was in a battle, but no indication of who fired on it. Couldn't get much from the Nava computer. I'm surprised the ship was able to make it inside the Paragus asteroid field without the asteroid drift charts. Aside from the lone survivor, we recovered an old woman. No life signs. There was also a protocol droid and a utility droid on board. Sent both down to maintenance while security sorts through the other items on the ship. It looks like the utility droid, a T3 unit, was able to get the ship working enough to get to the colony. We're prepared to... Could be a Jedi. But we won't know for sure until we get the transmission back from the Republic.
What makes someone
If the
look
survivor
like a
is
Jedi?
a Jedi, that would account for the recovery rate. But I'm more concerned that a Jedi here may cause trouble. Some of the miners, especially KotOR, are already another accident today. A detonation in the ventilation tunnels. If the lockdown measures hadn't activated, the whole facility would have been destroyed. Got most of the injured to the KotOR tanks in time, but the rest had to go to the morgue. One of the wounded said a droid caused the accident, but we couldn't get any specifics. Miners about the Jedi. A number of the droids have been acting oddly, and not even memory wipes seem to be fixing the problem. There was a detonation in another one of the fuel vents the droids were working in. We deactivated several of them, and moved them down to maintenance. But we're still treating the plasma burns. That cuts us down to almost half shifts, and with the droids malfunctioning, we may not make the Telos shipment for this month. Fortunately, the detonation didn't cause a lockdown.
Warning. There has been a fuel detonation in the mining tunnels. Emergency lockdown
You
commencing.
just had to mention it.
All personnel report to quarters and prepare for emergency venting countermeasures.
No! If the ventilation systems are malfunctioning, evacuate the medical bay! Everyone evacuate!
Life signs. Almost everyone dead. All subjects being treated. First player plasma burns. Latest treatment request resulted in death for all subjects except one. Checklist treatment request. A lethal dose of sedatives. Administered to all tanks, including 3. Attempt to track the treatment requested. I'm going to use a spike. I don't have a spike. Camera. Okay, that's just focused on me. That's creepy. More camera. 2 people, one of whom not in a sheet. Unlock the door. Okay. Nice. Unlock medical storage. Also nice. Lab station. I probably can't make anything. Antidote retinal combat implant. I don't think I have the constitution for that. Do I have the constitution for that? P. Yes. I do have the constitution for that. Then I'll go ahead and make it. I don't have the chemicals. Never mind. In about 5 seconds, I will have the chemicals. Maybe. Still don't have enough. Oh, it costs a lot. Dang. That takes 37. Creepy old woman.
Find what you're looking for amongst the dead? Yes, I had hoped as much. I slept here too long and could not awaken. It may be I reached out unconsciously, and your mind must have been a willing one. Or perhaps you have been trained for such things.
Slept too long. Feign death. Who are you?
I am KotOR, and I am your rescuer, as you are mine. Tell me, do you recall what happened?
I'm going to play untrusting.
I confess I know little more than you do. I do not know where here is. I do recall rescuing you. The Republic ship you were on was attacked, and you were the only survivor. A result of your Jedi training, no doubt. Your stance, your walk tells me you are a Jedi. Your walk is heavy. You carry something that weighs you down.
Angry or let's go dismissive.
I do not know. I was removed from the events of the world as I slept. A survey of the surroundings may provide the answers we seek. The ship we arrived in, the Ebon Hawk, must still be in this place. We should recover it and leave.
Why do we need to leave? Such a hurry. Hurry.
We were attacked once, and I fear our attackers will not give up the hunt so easily. Without transport, weapons, and information, they will find us easy prey indeed. Even as I slept, I felt much unrest here. I saw strange visions, minds colored with fear. Now, everything here feels terribly silent. A last word of caution. I would find out as much as you can about this place quickly. I fear we will need to depart as suddenly as we arrived.
Advice.
You may wish to extend your search to some clothes, if only for proper first impressions.
I'm not going to go and intimidate. I'm going light side.
I do not know. Why did they spare you?
Same dose.
Indeed, a Jedi trance could protect one from such poisons. In fact, the sedatives may have been intended to keep you unconscious for some time. It would prove lethal to those untrained in such techniques, however. Most curious. And so do you. Perhaps we could discuss it at length later on. Now we have other concerns, among them finding our new enemy.
This seems too light. Nope. Jedi doesn't mean stupid.
I have found that answers come in their own time, not ours. Turn your energy to the matter at hand. If we cannot find a way out of here, the answers will prove useless anyway.
Alright, I'll go light side.
I leave you to the explorations of this place. Here I will remain and attempt to center myself.
Equip the mining thing. Get a plasma torch. You have taken your first steps in the path of light side. You must gather your party and adventure. Heroic acts and charitable responses to others will elevate you further, bringing you more in touch with the light side of the Force and its higher mysteries. Ruler selfless actions will reverse those causing you to fall to the dark side. Now that I have my torch, I can bash the door.
Emergency lockdown overridden.
And now I have a real weapon. 2 to 7, this 1 to 10, plus a better critical range.
Emergency lockdown is in effect. Turbo lifts have been sealed.
Flurry of blows. Attack multiple times. Increase chance to hit each time. The flurry of blows. See, being a duelist pays off. Now, ultimately, you do the dual wielding thing, but later in the game, you are the damage dealer. You're a fucking boss, but to get those early game benefits, and those are important to me. You need a duelist.
This is the exit, but it is sealed. Strange. In my visions, it was open.
And in my visions, your mom was open. Security records.
Is this thing on? All right, all hands, especially you, KotOR, listen up, because I'm not gonna say this again. The next one of you Juma heads to try and smuggle a blaster, or so help me, any sort of military-grade frag weapons into my facility is gonna take a long walk out the airlock. Why? Because in case you forgot, Paragian fuel explodes at high temperatures. That's what blasted that chunk out of KotOR II and created this asteroid field. So if I catch any of you with anything other than sonic charges or mining lasers, I'll burn you and your contract. Security out. And according to one of the miners, it was because one of the sonic charges went off prematurely. And like before, it was one set by a mining droid. The three idiots were grouped so close to the charge, it might as well have been a grenade going off. The blast turned their bones to dust. The blast wrecked the internal components of the droid that set the charge, though, so we can't even dissect it to see what happened. I don't like what's going on here. Ever since that Jedi showed up, things are getting worse. It's not just KotOR and his miners, or the fights, but now the droids are acting crazy. If we don't find what's causing this, or who, this facility's gonna be space dust by the time the next Telos freighter arrives. So, you're in maintenance. Then maybe you can tell me what's going on with these droids.
Sir, I don't know. It's like their behavior cores are undergoing binary decay, but I can't find the source. This shouldn't be happening.
Well, that's reassuring. It isn't happening. So the next time we nearly have a breach in the ventilation tunnels, I could just close my eyes and pretend it's my imagination. You better give me some answers. I want to know the damage these droids can do if they start mining us instead of asteroid rock.
Sir, these droids aren't combat models. Their mining lasers are weaker and less accurate than blasters. I doubt those droids could even hit one of us.
Are you blind? What about the miners in medbay? It's sabotage, and it started right after the commander said we weren't going to sell the Jedi to the exchange. So I want you to find out how these droids are being sabotaged. That'll tell me who's trying to clear a path to get that Jedi off the facility and stop him. In the meantime, make sure the security's armed with all the ion and sonic charges you can find. If those droids start coming after me, I'm gonna need more than low-grade mining lasers to take them down. Clear?
Yes, sir. Maintenance control out.
Idiot.
Idiot.
I installed an override switch to shut down any droids on this level, just in case someone locks me out of the administration console. As added insurance, I tied the override switch into the circuit to the holding cell door. It'll make sure it can only be opened if all droids in the level are shut down. I doubt KotOR or any of his men have the skill to pull off something like this, but I'm not taking any chances while we're sitting in the middle of this asteroid minefield. Whoever's responsible won't be able to have the droids rescue him after I lock him up.
There's it.
Nothing will cut through that door. He'll be trapped.
why tied to the holding cell? Oh, after the arrest.
I secured the stealth field generator inside one of the footlockers in the security storage room. If I have the specs right, the interface field should be effective against the droid's sensors. All I need to do is equip the belt, and some skill with stealth in order to use it. As long as I don't get too close to the droids, they shouldn't detect me. If any more droids start malfunctioning, the belt should buy me enough time to get to the override switch I set up in the communications blister console. I'd rather shut them down than destroy them. I want to find out how these droids are being sabotaged. Maybe even turn them against whoever's sabotaging them.
Too late, you're already dead.
I secured the stealth field generator in... All I...
Security office. There's a dude.
Be careful. There is much energy in the room beyond, yet it stems from nothing that lives. Can you not sense them? Reach out. Cast aside your sight. Cast aside what you see, and instead reach out with your perceptions. Ah, you can feel them. The droids you cannot perceive, but the small oscillations of energy, that you can feel, echoing outwards.
With great help, you have regained the passive precognition power. When it's triggered, you should save your game.
Ah, you hear it. It is faint, but it is
I think I just leveled up. Sedatives over.
It is the Force, you feel. It has not been so long as for you to forget. Do not turn away from it. Listen. Feel it echoing within you. Come. I shall guide you down the familiar paths. You will need it if we are to survive and escape this place.
Time to level up. Unarmed specialist. Alright, Boop. Wow. Eliminate the cosmic power. There's no one for me to mind trick right away, so I'm gonna... Dark side. No. A lightsaber. This push could be useful. I'm going to go instead with burst of speed. Bonus to defense. Long term, the stealth field generator won't be any, but more important than that, Pupper needs to go for a walk, so I'm going to save and quit and come back to this in about 15-20 minutes.